Hello everyone. Today I'm going to tell you the story of Emma. Emma is a student who is passionate about environments. So recently she founded a non-profit organization to work on the environments. So as you can imagine, as most of the non-profit organizations work, they are mostly run by donations. And Emma was looking for donations. She was not getting a lot of response. So she decided to start talking to people. And she wanted to start that from her neighborhood. So she just wanted to, knock the doors, talk about what exactly she and her organization are trying to do, and ask for donations. She tried knocking a few doors, but it was not very successful. She figured out very quickly that it is very important to knock the right doors. And by right doors, she means richer the people, most probably they will donate more. So she did some homework and found a data set that lists the various houses in her neighborhood, the corresponding household incomes, the lot sizes, and whether they own a lawnmower or not. Actually, this data came from one of the lawn mowing companies, I believe, and she wanted to make use of this. She wanted to check if, by looking at the lot size, whether she can predict the household income of that family to a certain extent so that she can, knock the right door. So she tried to visualize the data to find out whether there is a relationship between the lot size and the household income or not. So she went to a data visualization tool very similar to chartbuddy that I created, and she accessed the dataset. She chose X as the lot size, which is supposed to be the cause, and Y as the income, which is supposed to be the effect, and they're both numeric variables. And when she plotted that, she got this graph. And from this graph, it was very clear that the lot size impacts the household income positively. Richer people have bigger backyards. So she took this insight, and before knocking the doors, she applied this rule to judge whether this is the right house to knock or not. And she tried this strategy for the next couple of days. Unfortunately, it was a failure. There was something wrong with her strategy. So she came back and tried to find out what exactly went wrong. And while she was, playing with various things, she tried to involve the lawnmower ownership status in the chart as well, in the form of color. So she just mapped the ownership, which is a categorical variable, as a color to differentiate the various points whether these families have a lawnmower or not. And the moment she did that, it was very clear to her. As you see here, now suddenly, after the ownership is brought into consideration, suddenly the behaviors between lot size and income became opposite. So earlier it was that more lot size meant more income, but now it is telling the exact opposite story. Now, if we think about Emma's story, we will see that this is one of the very common mistakes that we do when we create visualizations. And the mistake is this: we do not involve the right variables to find the right insights. Sometimes we do not have enough time to do the permutations and combinations of all possible variables in our plots. But if we don't do this, then sometimes we arrive at wrong conclusions, just like Emma did when she did not include the ownership status. So what should be the way out? Well, there are many, and I'm going to talk about one of them. Most probably you remember the rulesbuddy application. And I believe that the rulesbuddy application, the decision tree, will be really helpful in finding out what should be the sequence of exploration when we are creating visualizations. Let me show you something really quickly. Here I'm accessing the same file, and my dependent variable is definitely income, and my independent variables are ownership and lot size. And here is the decision tree that was created for this data. Now, if you look at the decision tree very carefully, the lot size is not involved anywhere. That means the lot size is not influencing the income at all. It's only the ownership. And the way it's influencing is this. The average household income of the families without a lawnmower is 57 units. And the average household income of the families with a lawnmower is 79 units. So how I should use this information? If I was in Emma's position, what I would do is I would start with a decision tree. And from here, I will know that it's ownership, not the lot size, that impacts the household income more. So when I'm looking at the houses, I will not look at the lot size. I will just check whether there is a lawnmower there or not. And from here, I will go back and create appropriate visualizations. So in the visualization, instead of putting lot size in X, if I put the ownership in X, I'll have a very clear understanding about how the independent variables impact my dependent variable, which is the household income. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching.